Barack Obama emerged front and center in the last month of his former Vice President Joe Biden's presidential campaign.
I've never lost hope over these last 4 years. I've been mad.
And he didn't pull any punches.
I've been frustrated.
Michelle Obama always says, when they go low, we go high. It seemed to many people when you were on the campaign trail for Joe Biden.
Trump cares about feeding his ego. Joe cares about keeping you safe and your family safe.
It wasn't a matter of going low or high. You went in. They called it Barack Obama Unleashed. Was it personal for you, or did you just think, I've had it?
It wasn't personal. Actually,
You didn't have a I've had it moment?
The truth is, everything I said, I was just stating facts.
You've got a president right now, he wants full credit for an economy that he inherited. He wants zero blame for the pandemic he ignored.
It was out of character for you to speak up, Mr. President, that way.
I was not the person who, in a White House briefing room, said, how is bleach the way to solve COVID? I wasn't doing a routine. I was repeating words that I heard. It is not my preference to be out there. I think we were in a circumstance in this election in which certain norms, certain institutional values that are so extraordinarily important had been breached, that it was important for me as somebody who had served in that office to simply let people know this is not normal.
This election is over.
While Joe Biden waits to assume the presidency, President Trump continues without evidence to challenge the election's outcome.
They're trying to steal an election.
And many of Mr. Trump's supporters continue to stand behind him.
72 million people voted for Donald Trump. What does that say to you about the state of this country?
Well, what it says is that we are still deeply divided. The power of that alternative worldview that's presented in the media that those voters consume, it carries a lot of weight.
Are you worried about that?
Yes. It's very hard for our democracy to function if we are operating on just completely different sets of facts.
But it's clear as we sit here today, we're not going to have a peaceful transition. I think about John McCain calling, George and Laura Bush welcoming you and Michelle Obama to the White House.
Could not have been more gracious.
I remember you inviting Donald Trump to the White House.
If you succeed, then the country succeeds.
I wish that you succeed because we want the country to succeed.
Right.
He does not seem to have taken a page out of any of those playbooks.
No.
So what is at stake here?
Well, look, Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States. Kamala Harris will be the next vice president. There is no legal basis.
But he's getting support from members of the Republican Party who are not challenging him.
And that has been disappointing.
Yeah.
But it's been sort of par for the course during these 4 years. They obviously didn't think there was any fraud going on because they didn't say anything about it for the first 2 days. But there's damage to this because what happens is that the peaceful transfer of power, the notion that any of us who attain an elected office, whether it's dog catcher or president, are servants of the people. It's a temporary job. We're not above the rules. We're not above the law. That's the essence of our democracy.